All right, so earlier somebody asked a question on another Montessori teacher's page about what do you do when a child hogs a work or they're doing a work over and over and they've already mastered the work. What do you do because there's other children in the class who haven't mastered that work? Well, that's a great question, but I let them be. Why? Because how do I know they haven't mastered that work? What makes it that that child has mastered the work? One beautiful thing about Montessori is there are works a child can do over 100 times because they are working on building the same skills. There is a work called the metal insets where a child is working on handwriting. They can do that every day. They could take home 5 metal insets every day, and that's okay because they are still mastering that skill. Nobody is perfect at writing. I could be doing a metal inset every day because I'm not perfect at that skill. So there are times when you let them be. There are other times when I observe and I say, is the child using the work correctly? Oh, they're not using the work correctly. All right, let me go over there and talk to them. So I'll get down to their level and I'll say, hey, buddy, I notice this work is flying through the air. This is actually a sphere. A sphere stays on the ground. A ball goes in the air. And I explain it to them. I say, would you like to use this work the correct way or do you need a new lesson? If they need a new lesson on it, then I give them a new lesson. Otherwise, they can go back to using the work. Now, there are the times where a child has a workout that they took out and maybe they realized it's really too hard or they're not interested anymore, but they don't want to put it away. So I give them some time and I say, hey, do you want to take a couple minutes, maybe go eat snack or go work on some practical life for a little bit and then come back to this work? They say yes. There are times they come back and they realize they just want to put the work away. That's okay. There are times they come back and they work again. Now we gave them a little break to build that concentration. There are times in the classroom where a child may have mastered a work before, but they need a refresher on it. So they need to do it again, and that's okay. There are also times in the classroom where a child may be doing the work because they're comfortable, or it's a work they actually enjoy. If they are enjoying the work, why shouldn't they be able to use the work? Yes, there are times where there are other children in the class that may need that work, but we work on understanding, we work on grace and courtesy. So if I notice a child is working for a long period of time, maybe they had that workout the whole morning cycle, we went and had lunch, we went to PE, and they come back and they're still doing the work, I could say something along the lines as, hey buddy, I noticed you've had this workout all day. I also noticed another friend would like to use it. When you're done and you put it on the shelf, will you make sure you let so-and-so know that you have put the work away and they can use it? The child usually understands, is really willing to do that. There are other times where after I've had this conversation, they go, I think I'll put it away and they can use it. Now, did I tell them they had to put it away? Nope. I just let them know, hey, another friend is interested in the work and wants to do it later. That's okay. There are also other times where I've noticed children do work over and over because they're comfortable with it. And there are works in the classroom that have what's called an extension, the next step of this work. So maybe they have out the stamp game. If we've done addition and I've noticed they're ready for subtraction on the stamp game. So I say, hey, can I give you a new lesson on this? And then I give them a new lesson. Or maybe if I'm not busy and I'm not working with another friend and I notice they are doing pouring work and they've been there for 30 minutes, but they're just kind of playing around, I might go over to them and get down on their level and say, hey, if you want, I have some time right now. If you want a new lesson, do you have any works you want a new lesson on? And usually the child says yes, because there's something always in the classroom that's brand new out and they want to have a new lesson. So that's another way. It's really, the Montessori classroom is about observation, understanding about if they've mastered something, if they need a new lesson. Does a child need to be redirected? How can we redirect the child in a positive way while encouraging them, but also supporting them, respecting them, and giving them that understanding of we are a community that works together. We are also a community that understands each other and understands our differences while being able to support each other. So that was a really long answer to this question, but if you have any other questions, just ask me. I'm always here to answer.